Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. It's been a rainy day here and it's very, very cloudy. And the sun, I think, just went down. I'm not exactly sure because it's so cloudy, but that's why the image is not quite good because it's kind of dark down here. It's much darker than the sky is showing right now in the camera. You know, the camera makes it look brighter. It's a lot darker than what it's showing. We need the rain. It's been really dry. We didn't get a whole lot. I would guess maybe a quarter inch. I haven't looked. I'm just guessing. But I mean, we'll take anything we can get. Well, folks, I hope you know what you did with your face diapers from 3 years ago, because you might be having to drag those out, knocking the dust off and getting them ready again. And I've been talking about for the last few days of this mysterious pneumonia that has been spreading around China. There's been pictures and videos that reminisce a few years ago of hospitals there filled with people, a lot of young children too, but filled with people that have this mysterious pneumonia. The World Health Organization and the CDC has called on China to take this serious and to let them know what's going on and all kinds of stuff. There's just been a lot of talk. The World Health Organization has said that they're very, very concerned with whatever this is, because apparently no one really knows. Well, in the news today, it has hit U.S. shores. In fact, one county, I don't know about the rest of them, but one county in Ohio has recorded 142 cases of this, and they're calling this an outbreak. They said they've had 142 cases of children that have had this mysterious pneumonia that they're calling the white lung syndrome. I don't really know any details, and if I did, I probably wouldn't say them here on YouTube because you can't say that kind of stuff anymore. And this will probably be one of those that they censor this subject anyways. Now, is this the big one? We've been talking about it since the last one and during the last one that there was another big one coming along. In fact, folks like Bill Gates and Fauci have both said that the next pandemic was going to be much worse than the past one. So is this it? I don't know. There's been several things that's come along, you know, that everyone thought was going to be the big one. You know, the monkeypox and the Ebola stuff and all kinds of other, you know, possible things that's happened. This one, though, is kind of looking like it has a more likely chance of being another one. I don't know any details on what they're claiming that it does to people other than it makes them really sick with pneumonia-like symptoms. It is interesting that this one seems to be affecting children a lot. And the last big one we all lived through didn't really affect children hardly at all, at least not in comparison to adults and older folks. So this one's a little different. Now, is this something we should worry about? Should you run out right now and buy up all the toilet paper you can get? Because if it is the big one, that's the first thing you should do, is go buy lots of toilet paper. Some of you probably still have toilet paper stacked away from the last time you bought it. Is it the big one? I don't know. I have no idea. I can tell you that we should always be ready for the next big one, not because the next big one may be a real big killer. It could be. In fact, most likely it would be, but it would be definitely, you know, cause scare and panic and fear and people to demand government to come save them and control everything. So that's probably going to be the worst thing of it if that's what happens. I would take it somewhat serious. I don't ever believe that we should panic over pretty much anything. There may be a few moments in time that's worth panicking over, but for the most part, we should stay level-headed, because that's why one of the reasons why we prepare is to stay level-headed and to not allow our emotions to dictate our actions. So even if this thing does kind of rear its ugly head and become the next big one, I would suggest strongly that you not let it get to you. Keep healthy. Do all the things that you've learned over the last few years that you can't talk about here on YouTube and several other places that keep you healthy, and do those things. Take precautions, you know. I mean, that's just common sense. and continually stock up as much as you can. That's about the most common sense approach that I can take with this. The report is that these cases go back to August. So this isn't 142 all at once. This is 142 since August, but they're saying it's much, much higher than normal, than any type of normal pneumonia type cases. And they are saying that this is a serious outbreak. Now, what does that mean? It's probably a little too early to determine what it is, if we ever really truly know what it is and what it could do. Is it predominantly just affecting children? Does, middle-aged people or elderly people have a serious risk posed because of this? I don't know. All I know is that they've been talking about this thing in China that's caused many, many, many people to flood into the hospitals and overwhelm them, and that the World Health Organization has been warning and saying that this is very serious. And then now they're saying that the same thing is starting to happen, at least in one part of this country, and they're saying that we could be on the verge of an outbreak. It is that time of the year that people kind of get these kind of sicknesses. I mean, even around here, I know several people that have had colds and even flus here lately, because it's just that time of the year. Should we be concerned? That's your business, but I'm going to continue living my life as normal and continue to try to get myself as healthy as possible based on the things that I do and how I eat and live my life. That's probably the best, advice you could take. But yeah, it's starting to look likely. So I would strongly suggest you take it somewhat serious. Stock up when you can. Money's tight right now. It's just that time of the year anyways, and it's going to get tighter. They're talking about today in the news of we're living in one of the worst food crises ever. Saudi Arabia and OPEC said, you know what, people aren't paying enough for gasoline. We're going to cut back an additional 1 million barrel a day in production, which eventually will cause gas prices to go up even more. And it just continues to go on and on. So there's not really a whole lot of substantial good news. I mean, other than showing you a picture of a cute puppy dog or a kitty cat. The world is kind of in a downward spiral, and it's been that way for a while. I've been warning you about it for years, and it's now becoming more evident. So, folks, you know the drill. Stock up, prep up, train up, build your communities, disconnect from society as much as possible. Stop being so dependent upon their systems, and get your life right with the Father. In the end, that's the most important thing. If you want my opinions even more on that subject, specifically when it comes to preparedness in a spiritual manner, I encourage you to go sign up to my Locals channel. That's where I put all my unfiltered stuff that I can't talk about here on YouTube over there. It's its own separate platform, and it's free speech. There's a link down in the description below to go to the Locals and sign up. It's only $3 a month. It's not that terrible of a price. But the bottom line is we've got to start getting our houses in order and take this serious. Quit believing the naysayers. Quit believing that part of yourself that's telling you it's okay, just live your life as normal and enjoy it while you still can. No, we have to be preparing. We should be taking precautions, and we should be doing all the things that we all know to do to stock up and get ready for what's coming, because it's coming. I mean, you see it right now in your face. It's coming at you. So continue building your preps and your communities and your faith and your family, because that's more important than anything Joe Biden or Kamala or anyone else says. Get your houses in order, folks. Prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.